sprays, for example, come on, man. Ryan here with Prudential Pest Solutions, and we're going to go over the 5 common myths that homeowners have about ants. So the first myth is ants only eat sweets. Well, I'm an ant and thanks for having me. And no, we don't just eat sweets, although I will say we prefer sweets, but we also will eat things like insect parts and grease, which definitely are not sweet. Our second myth is ants are just like termites. You guys are one and the same, right? Well, I watched your termite video and the termite agrees. Ants and termites are completely different. Yes, we have a queen. Yes, we have 6 legs. Yes, we can even live in wood like carpenter ants can. However, that's pretty much where the similarities end. So carpenter ants, for example, like termites, will damage and destroy wood. However, termites actually eat the wood and consume it and digest it, whereas carpenter ants will just chew at the wood and damage it, but they can't actually eat it and they can't consume the cellulose and digest it. So for example, if you see sawdust in your house, that is most likely ants and not termites. Now, termites and ants will make winged reproductives called swarmers or elates. There are some differences. So for example, ant swarmers, they'll have a pinch point like here, also known as a node, whereas termite swarmers will have one smooth body. Also, the swarmers of the ants will have 2 sets of wings that are 2 different sizes, whereas termite swarmers will have 2 sets of wings, but they're the same size. So yes, you will find termites and ants sometimes in the very similar areas, but we look different too. Ants will be darker in color because we're exposed to the sunlight. We can be in the house, we can walk on the surface. We'll range from dark black to lightish red to brown, a slew of colors, whereas termites, the workers, are going to be almost a clear to white. So yes, there's differences between ants and termites. Myth 3 is that ants will only be in a dirty house, right? You won't be in a clean house. So a lot of folks think that we're just going to be in dirty homes, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I'll infest any home you have. In fact, I, just like many other creatures, need food, water, shelter. And if your house has food, water, or shelter, which it typically does, then you could have ants. In fact, moisture is a big cause of why folks have ant problems, not just crumbs on the ground. So yeah, a lot of folks think it's just for dirty homes, or, oh, I don't want to call the pest control guy because, I got crumbs everywhere. That's why I have ants. Not necessarily the case. I will infest any home that has food, water, or shelter. Myth 4 is if a homeowner tries a DIY or a do-it-yourself treatment, it'll work. Oh, I love when homeowners try to treat the ant problem themselves. They'll try everything from a vinegar solution, maybe baking soda and sugar water, to coffee grounds I've even seen. Well, listen, you may kill off a couple ants here and there, but I have a whole colony. And a key to a proper ant control, what I don't want you to know as an ant, is that you don't want to just take care of the ants that you see. You want them to live long enough to get that to the rest of my colony, right? Because we're social insects. So like, for example, an ant bait or an ant treatment that doesn't take care of me right away, but allows me to pass along that product to the rest of the colony is how you effectively treat. Now, ant sprays, for example, come on, man. Ant sprays will a lot of times take care of 1 or 2 or a handful of ants, but remember, there's thousands of us in the colony. So your over-the-counter spray typically is not going to eradicate the colony. And myth number 5 is that any pest control company can successfully eradicate ants from a house. Well, I wish you would call any other pest control company, because any other pest control company, I'm probably going to be able to survive and my colony is going to thrive. But if you call Prudential Pest Solutions, they have the technique, the knowledge, and the equipment to handle and resolve any ant issue you have. In fact, my family and friends are terrified when we see the Prudential Pest guys come, because we know we're gone. So those are 5 common myths that homeowners have about ants. Now, if you have an ant problem, or you simply always get ants in the spring and you don't want them, give Prudential Pest Solutions a call. I'm sure that we have an ant solution that's right for your house.